JWeyts versus Tempo, best of 5. Now look at this, folks. Tempo is in a Dominus with a topper on. What are we looking at? And he's going to strike first in the series. Tempo, he means business. The topper buff. Look at that Psionics hat. Put backwards. Interesting. This is very interesting camera settings as well. I'll have to ask him afterwards, or maybe someone here knows. Looks like it's a tight camera setting. It also looks like it's pretty high as well. Looks like maybe 120 or 130. Pretty sharp angle looking down at the car. Yeah, you could see it when I swapped to his opponent's perspective. And JWeyts also has a fairly unique setup. You know, obviously the esports decal is standard. Oh, that's beautiful control from JWeyts. The ground game on display. But he's got a funky boost choice and the supersonic trail as well. And the only reason I'm commenting on this is it's not very common. Typically, try-hard players, competitive players, you know, it's just very standard and boring designs. But here we are with two very unique car setups. Tempo with a nice counterattack after the save. He'll tie things up at 2. Legs in the chat exposing JWeyts. He's a fraud. He's got the silly stuff on, but he's rocking Bacchus mod, so he doesn't even see it. And listen, I'm making jokes, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not even kidding. That's smart. I am so serious. That is smart. And I'm going to tell you why. Because high-level players, pros, they will tilt if you have a stupid car design on. I'm not kidding. It's psychological warfare, okay? It's smart. You have to take advantage of every opportunity that you have to make your opponent play worse and give yourself the best chance to win possible. And if all I gotta do is put on a clown car and then Bacchus mod over the top of it to gain an advantage and tilt my opponents, I'll definitely do it. No hesitation. Now, as I'm yapping, JWeyts has put 4 goals in now. He's got a 2-goal lead. Tempo, the air roll shot is a bit wide. We're halfway through game 1. Standard air dribble from JWeyts. Looks to go up over the top. Not going to find it this time. Tempo. A couple mistakes there. That first touch, not what he wanted. And then, unfortunately for Tempo, left that corner boost for JWeyts. Now he's on defense. A little hesitation in the ground game from JWeyts. He puts it to the far post. He's got a 3-goal lead. Good speed from Tempo. JWeyts, no boost. Was stuck on his goal line. Oh my word. Flakes, you taught him that, huh? Look at that, Flakes. You know he's grinning right now. Look at this. Power slide cut. Great play there from JWeyts. As simple as it gets. Tempo fires the initial shot on target. Narrow angle to work with. Does put it towards the net. But will eventually have to back off. JWeyts with control. Smart play, just keeping the hitbox behind the ball. He dunks it in. He's got a 7th. Great read from Tempo, early challenge. A quick recovery from JWeyts. Keep him from scoring. Setting up the hook shot. Oh my word. That is beautiful right there. That Dominus hitbox sliced it to the top right. And look at this. If you are a lower level player, there are some awesome tactics that you can take from this series and implement into your game. You can do a hook shot. You can do that. You may not be as accurate as Tempo is, but you can definitely do a hook shot. It's an effective way to score. You can do a power slide cut. We saw it JWeyts earlier. Put in a simple goal as well. Both players very efficient and effective with their attack. Tempo's brought it back here. Certainly going to be difficult to put 2 in with 20 seconds remaining, but he has a chance. Final 10 seconds. Oh no, the Dominus hitbox strikes. Maybe that's why he's wearing the topper. Does the topper potentially add some height? Look at that. He just rolls right under the ball. A great game one. JWeyts grabbing an 8-5 victory. Game number 2. Tempo, air roll shot to the far side, blocked away, and a poor recovery will most likely end with him conceding. Yes, it does. JWeyts up 1. JWeyts definitely had the advantage throughout game 1 with the kickoffs. And it looks like that will continue through game number 2 as well. Tempo stuck in awkward positions defensively right off the rip. Well done by Tempo to go around the air dribble bump. Another Dom power shot to the top right. You can tell he's very comfortable with his hitbox and how to use it most effectively, especially when in attack. Awkward bounce. But a powerful shot there from the midfield. Tempo will push JWeyts back into his final third. He's got another opportunity here. Good, clean control. Flick is not enough for the outplay, but he will maintain possession. He's going to pull it back to his own end. Maybe start an aerial play from the backboard. There it is. Reset into midfield. Just going to opt for the safe play. A little scuffle there in the corner, and Tempo comes out on top. He's tied up game number 2. Ooh! A little trickery from Tempo. Gets the early reset. Couple of twirly whirlies. And then we get a ground pinch to the far side to close it out. He's grabbed himself a lead here. Fake kickoff to follow. That's very smart. Tempo leveling up even during the series. Wow. Well done by Tempo. He's got a much better read on his opponent. And now that he's begun to mix in some aerial plays as well, seems like things are going a bit better. But as soon as I speak, JWeyts makes me regret it. Closing in on the halfway point here in game 2. And we've tied it up once again. Powerful shot there. Whoa! What did we just see? The Dominus just sat on the side of the car. I don't know how that happened. Pogo attempt from Tempo. No luck. JWeyts wisely reads the opponent's position. Taps it up over top for a standard air dribble. He's reclaimed the lead here. My goodness, Tempo sniping the top corners. I know this is a basic shot, but that is just absolute perfection with placement. JWeyts, fake kickoff there to earn himself possession. Got an aerial play from his own corner. Once again, opting for the standard air dribble. Tempo, the powerful clear towards the target. Follows it up with another, maybe able to grab that corner boost. Times the boost spawn to perfection. Now he's grabbed the midfield as well. He's baited JWeyts down the field. Can he get this on target? No. JWeyts, shot toward the near post. Not enough to outplay their opponent. Tempo has control. An aggressive push from Tempo. Not going to work out. He wanted to try to make something happen there in the corner. And while I don't necessarily blame him, It's going to be tough to make that happen from that position. Whoa! Reynolds raid. My goodness. Reynolds, thank you for bringing a huge raid over. Welcome in, everyone. We got a show match going on here between JWeyts and Tempo. Hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday. Tempo, 0 seconds here. He's got to keep this alive. Has a little bit of boost to work with, but a quick turn from JWeyts will dispossess. And that will do it. Game 2 goes the way of JWeyts. W. Slater. That's right. W. Slater. Huge raid. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Welcome, everyone. As I said, we got a show match here. Got 2 European players. And currently, Tempo is going to have to turn up big here in Game 3 if he wants to stop the sweep. What's up, Cashew? I'm doing well. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm doing well. I appreciate that. Hope you're all having a wonderful week, a wonderful day. We just concluded a show match prior to this. This is our second one today. We rock these show matches typically on Tuesday and Wednesday in the middle of the week. Monday, we like to do recaps of the regionals. We also select the top 5 clips of the week. And then Thursday, we like to do predictions and prepare for the upcoming event that weekend. So if you like that kind of stuff, then consider dropping a follow to the channel. We mostly focus on competitive play, RL esports, stuff of that nature. Look at the fake from JWeyts. Grab the reset early on in the air dribble. And Tempo was worried about the flick, but it never came. JWeyts drops it to the ground, grabs his first goal here in Game 3, looking to complete the sweep. An early flick from JWeyts. That's an easy outplay. Tempo's going to have to level up that defense if he wants to push this series any deeper. It's an aggressive play there as well. You can see the frustration there with the rear view camera. Tempo not satisfied with his performance today. He's got an opportunity here. He's looking to take a page out of JWeyts' book, just baiting that usage of the flip reset rather than using it. Maybe an opportunity here. Great pinch to push it towards the target, and he gets a follow-up touch as well. Tempo's got his first. Wow, what a flick. Lots of power there. JWeyts, not much boost, so he will back off to the midfield. Tempo, air dribble, flip reset. Early use of the dodge. It works in his favor this time. He's back within 1. Tempo, great read on the play. The pre-flip will get him to the ball first. And he's fought his way back. 3-3. Just over 3 minutes to play. Got another opportunity here. And he rips one to the top left. The shooting precision from Tempo in this Dominus is deserving of praise. This man is sniping the top left and top right corner consistently. Oh, that's a missed touch there from JWeyts and a missed boost. But he holds his composure. And that was not the ideal touch from Tempo. Fortunately for him, he's able to hustle back into position. Oh, man. What a play. JWeyts has shown flip reset and has faked many times throughout this series. That time, it shows flip reset, shows the fake, but instead of faking completely, gets a little pop there on the end. Tempo rips that from deep. And he will reclaim his lead. 2:26 on the clock. Tempo with a ground double. Not good enough this time. JWeyts shot on target. Tempo in position for the save. Not much boost to work with. He's done well to grab some pads. JWeyts, full tank. Air dribble, maybe a bump. Not enough contact. He will secure that corner boost from Tempo, who's on dead zero. JWeyts knows he's low. JWeyts looking for the demo, not going to find it. It doesn't matter. Tempo just does not have the boost or momentum to make anything happen. A botched wave dash from JWeyts does allow Tempo to get back into position. JWeyts drops a whoops in the chat. He's missed the midfield boost as well. Compounding mistakes here. But Tempo unable to punish. JWeyts, demo. Will provide some space. That lofty bounce may give Tempo time to get back. JWeyts with a quick collection and shot towards the target will get his fifth. We got 63 seconds to play. Oh, huge win there from JWeyts. Oh my goodness. Tempo hustles back into position. I didn't even realize he had the boost to get back. But he can't hold on forever. JWeyts eventually whittles down the defense and puts a shot to the far side. Tempo once again on his last life here. Potentially going to be swept. The shot is off the post, but it's in. 30 seconds left, and he's tied it up. What rank is this? Tempo plays for Wild, which is a professional team. They were in the recent European event, or the first European event, I should say. And JWeyts is teaming with Flakes, or at least was teaming with Flakes. I'm not sure if they still are. Oh, no. That's a tough one. The own goal to give your opponent the lead. Only 13 seconds remain. That flick's not going to do much for Tempo. He does have one final opportunity. Actually, JWeyts with the side flip has given Tempo an opportunity to score at 0 seconds. Oh, no. A terrible time for a mistake. Does have the full tank of boost and possession here to kick off OT. Absorbs a challenge from Tempo. He's going to push this back to his own corner. That might be a favorable bounce for Tempo. It's going to force JWeyts to clear. Tempo does have boost in the tank. JWeyts will back off and turn over possession here. Tempo, a powerful clear is on target. Tempo pushes us to game 4. That dominus power, look at it. A messy conclusion to that game. Certainly not the best performance from either player. But we don't mind it. We'll take another game. Did I PayPal them? Yeah, I sent JWeyts a message. I said, yo, give me at least 4 games. Give me at least 4 games. Can you work a side flip in or something? Tempo to the ceiling. Oh, looks for the top right corner. JWeyts' bump was not enough. Tempo with a quick recovery puts his first in for game 4. JWeyts with a quick response. Ties it up. Great stuff from Tempo. Dispossesses JWeyts. Fires off a long shot. Just over 4 minutes to go. Tempo up 1. Powerful shot to follow kickoff. Not going to be enough to outplay JWeyts. Got him pinned deep on low boost. We see another top corner snipe. Tempo. The consistency with the shooting precision is unbelievable. Whoa! Hold on now. That was a pogo attempt. But Tempo even threw a dodge. He threw a dodge in there as well? Did I see that right? JWeyts. Strong shot there from the midfield. Misses the corner boost. Tempo's able to grab it. Couldn't get above the ball after landing that reset. Wait, he's going to beat JWeyts clean to the challenge here. He's got a 4th. Tempo has settled into the series and is looking much more confident here in the latter half. JWeyts on 0 boost, has dropped it. Got to be careful here. He plays for the corner boost. Secures the midfield as well. Flick to the near side. Blocked away by Tempo. And JWeyts' recovery is not quick enough. Tempo up by 4. JWeyts from his own corner. Lots of boost in the tank. Does have that reset. Looks to go underneath. It's not enough. Tempo. Counterattack opportunity. Sets up the hook shot. No contact this time. JWeyts clear. Collected by Tempo there in the midfield. He's going to get a demo as well. He's going to rip a powerful shot from deep. The reality of that going in was very slim, but it does put his opponent into a panic state. JWeyts' next touch, not good enough. Tempo gets a sixth. Standard air dribble, good for a seventh. Tempo is rolling. And an eighth. Oh my goodness. Tempo's doing everything right at the moment. Tripping up his opponent. Commanding the boost game. Striking with power and accuracy. Defending well. Not taking unnecessary risks. JWeyts. Only 40 seconds left to play. At this point, it is all a formality. Tempo's going to put in a ninth. Wow, what a great read from Tempo. 10-1. Goodness gracious, Tempo has turned it up here in game 3 and 4. As I said, certainly looking more confident. As the series continues. And now we are at our final game. Game number 5. JWeyts off to a hot start. Really controlling the series, controlling the matches early on. But Tempo has flipped the script upside down. And we'll walk into game 5 with the momentum in the series. Tempo. The control down the wall. Not much boost to work with. He needs to play this safe. He's also playing for the corner boost. We'll end up backing off and grabbing the midfield. Big 50-50 win there from JWeyts. Gonna allow him to get his first here in game 5. A little bit of a delayed kickoff. JWeyts another big 50-50 win. Tempo has to be careful. Sticky situation there, but he escapes. JWeyts needs to be careful not to be demoed. As he comes to the ground there, I think everybody could see it. It's an early flick from Tempo. Does well to outplay his opponent. Sneaks it in the near post as well. Tempo has equalized. Fairly neutral kickoff. Tempo's shot is not enough. JWeyts, good hustle back to defense. Tempo gave him a nice save there in the chat. But he's not out of the woods just yet. A perfect boost spawn for JWeyts. He's going to lift it straight up into the air. And now he's in an awkward situation here. Not much boost to work with. Actually, he's going to earn himself that corner boost. Well done by JWeyts to stick around and just make Tempo think. Now that was just rude. Now that was just rude. JWeyts knocking his opponent into the corner, taking the free shot. JWeyts up 2-1. Tempo just wants control of boost. Oh, he's going to end up being demoed, and JWeyts will walk in a third. Tempo has his corner boost stolen. That will be a fourth for JWeyts. Great read from Tempo. The early flick outplay will be sufficient. He's got his second. Late kickoff from JWeyts earns him boost and ball. Got a big win there in the midfield as well. Wow, Tempo. Sticking around on the play. Making JWeyts, forcing him to make a decision. Is he going to stick back in the goal? Is he going to move forward? Just an awkward spot for JWeyts to be in. And now Tempo's grabbed a fourth on the following kickoff. We've tied up once again. 1:39 to play. Heavy touch back into his own corner. Tempo's got to be careful here. Actually may work in his favor. He's baited JWeyts in. Full tank of boost. Early flick. JWeyts will collect. Big Dom flick up to the backboard. JWeyts good for the save. Tempo lets that bounce, and he's going to be awarded with a freebie. JWeyts walked too far up the field. And Tempo didn't have to do anything. He just let that ball bounce off his back wall and then walked in a fifth. Maybe another one here. Tempo does get a touch to follow kickoff, but it's not anywhere near the target. JWeyts a little bit awkward there in the corner. They concede again. Tempo has the boost. 35 seconds to hold. JWeyts looks like he's very low. Tempo knows that he's going to stick around. He bumps JWeyts as well, puts a shot to the far side. JWeyts can't make the save. And Tempo's up too. Big kickoff win for Tempo. That's certainly an aggressive play. He's going to have to hustle back. And he's not going to get there in time. JWeyts back within one. Tempo. He wanted the clip. He certainly didn't have to go for the aerial play. And now he's lost his cushion. JWeyts. A little boost in the tank. He's absorbed one challenge. Tempo secures the corner and should secure the Game 5 victory. Tempo with a reverse sweep.